Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Mountain Blade Warband. We're playing on the Game of Thrones mod as House Simpzy. This is episode 7, and if you don't notice where we are in Castle Rock. Yes, I'm currently the king of Castle Rock, Thomas Simpzy, a king in the north who currently occupies the rock. If you haven't gone and watched the last episode, highly recommend you do. Here we're just going to be quickly selling some of our Lannister prisoners that we have, but in the last episode we managed to take Castle Rock, and we also managed to imprison Tywin Bloody Lannister, lads. Okay, so I'm going to go through now and sell some of the commodities, the weapons and stuff we've got from our previous fights, and hopefully in today's episode we can continue on our good fortune and siege and take Lannisport, ideally. Okay guys, I'm just outside Castle Rock with Gendry. I've legitimized him, Gendry Baratheon. He has 83 men at his command, Bronn has 51, and we've managed to be very close to Kevan Lannister. I've got Castle Rock, Silver Hall and Feast Fires under my control. The Westerlands has been absolutely smashed in this series by the Riverlands, the North, and the Crown Lands. Well, Crown Lands now. Renly Baratheon currently sits upon the Iron Throne. Hopefully we will change that. We took Feast Fires in the last episode as well. Gave it to Gendry. So how many men do we have here now? Over 300 or so? A decent amount. If we can capture Kevan Lannister here today, that's one less Lannister we have to deal with, and he's not going to be able to obviously defend Lannisport, which will be our main objective. But if we can take out this 200-man army, just one more to go. We've crushed so many Lannister forces in the field. So infantry and spearmen, let's go with shield wall. Everything else go 10 paces back. We have 223 to their 201. It's going to be actually quite tight, this battle, but I believe in my men. We are the Crusaders of Castle Rock. Tywin Lannister is rotting in my dungeon. Well, he's rotting in his own castle, which is hilarious. So I'm currently King Simpzy, a king in the north. King of Greywater Watch, the Marsh King, and Gendry Baratheon, I legitimized him. He bent the knee to me. Now has Feast Fire, ironic, because he waves a white dragon on a black field. I do find it quite funny, seeing he's a Baratheon. And Sir Bronn of the Blackwater has Silver Hall now. Alright. Man, I can never get over the shields. I love the logo on the shields. It actually suits it quite well. So cavalry, are you ready? We might need to make a really good push on the right-hand side. Bronn's got a lot of spearmen on the right as well. Make ready, men. We did attack them, but ideally, we want them to come to us. My front line infantry consists of primarily Stark infantry, with mixed match of Vale. I think there's even some Stormlander in there. The majority of my bowmen are Reachman and Riverland Longbowmen. My cavalry are Knights of the Vale and Reachman as well. There's even some Knights of the Vale infantry, but mostly my front line's made up of Starks. Your good old bread and butter of the army composition. Right, how well are we going here? They're sitting up on the hill. We might need to push forward. And then we'll find out if Kevan Lannister really does shit gold, because Tywin, whew, he's making the dungeon stinky. Alright, how well are we doing here? Jostling for position. Alright, move out of the way. Don't worry, I'm going forward again. Right. Those flashing lights really put me off. I feel like I'm about to be attacked by a bunch of snipers. It's like it's a scope reflection or something. Just flashbangs in the distance. Right, come on, men. With me. Move. Forward. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're coming, but... yeah, come on then. Follow me. Get the cavalry up. We've had a couple of successful cavalry charges. When we play, who did we face? Was it Presta in the last episode? My cavalry on the right-hand side absolutely smashed through his cavalry. And then once we kept on pushing, we smashed the right-hand side. By the time my infantry came up there, I had to deal with the left flank and partially of the centre. Hold this position, get my archers in range, maybe get some pot shots off. Put down some sort of suppressing fire. Wait for my infantry to move up. We don't want them to be too exhausted by the time they charge. What's he doing with his cavalry, though? It's getting a little bit too close for my liking. You know what? Fuck it. Like I always say, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Charge. My heavy cavalry's screaming through on the right. Kicking up dust and who knows what else. Archers running and loosing. It looks like their cavalry's gone to the left. Okay. Yeah, it looks like their cavalry's going to hit their main line, but my heavy cavalry's going to do a lot better than theirs. Let's run in. Let's start hacking and slashing. A crit hit. That's always good for me. Oh, I think we might be a bit lagging a bit here. Come on. 1,000 dragons for Kevan Lannister. Alive or dead. You can execute people in this mod, can't you? But I'm pretty sure you get some really, like, really fucking bad penalties. Let me know in the comments if you do or so. Like, I think it's, like, not even worth it. You're better off just keeping them in a dungeon somewhere. Alright, we're doing quite well. Their cavalry didn't really engage mine. It sort of went around and hit my front line. Maybe somewhat of the archers. But it seems to be all coming up Millhouse for us at the moment. Oh my god, this stutter is going to get me killed. That lag. And then there's that one prick with the banner. That's a bit of a wayward shot. Come on. There. Oh, not quite. Now it's looking a lot better. It's just because of the amount of polygons. It's not really built for the game engine. You're not meant to have this sort of high quality armor. There you go. We've taken out a horse. Does that count as something? Come on, you bastard. We got you. Yeah, there we go. That's one for the score sheet. But I think we have officially decimated Kevan Lannister's force here today. And another high-ranking Lannister, Tywin's brother, has bitten the dust. Simpzy, the Lannister Slayer. Right, how well did we do? We lost 4 of ours. Bronn lost 3. 150. And they deployed 200. That's insane. Enough, you win today, dog. So, Kevan Lannister, you are now my prisoner. At least you'll be having some company with your brother in the belly of the rock. And we'll sell those prisoners to the wall. Okay, guys. So, we've just taken out Kevan Lannister now, knocking out 200 Lannisters in the field. But just looking at, like, look at the Lannisters now, right? Look how depleted those forces are. It's not just me who's been smashing the Lannisters. You got to give it credit to the North, the Riverlands, and of course the Baratheons as well. So let's chuck these prisoners in. I do plan to sell sort of the commoners to the wall. The Night's Watch bloody loves me. It's pretty much all guarded by Lannisters now. Tywin and Sir Kevan Lannister are currently in the dungeon along with Presta and Seret and a couple of other high-ranking Lydon, another lot of high-ranking Lannister officers. But now, guys, I think I'm ready to hit Lannisport, the sister city, to Casterly. So we'll bring Bronn, we'll bring Gendry and my army, and let's besiege Casterly Rock. 390... I was just sort of umming and ahhing whether or not to wait for that army to go. Yeah, let's push it out. Let's begin the siege. Let's build the mantles. Let's prepare for the assault. I'm going to burn the crops. I'm also going to build sanitation. We don't have 200 men to build siege defenses. around the side. But if we can take Lannisport for ourselves, phew, that's huge for our kingdom. Sir Gregor Clegane has hit Rockford. Typical, as we're trying to take Lannisport. Clegane comes out of hiding. But we've got Kevan, we've got Tywin. Oh shit, we've been engaged there. That's fine. Wait until tomorrow. It says Kevan's the Lord, but he's in the belly of the rock, which is odd. The thing is, right, Castle Rock was probably a lot easier to take than Silver Hall, if I'm being honest. Just the way it was set out is really weird. Rockford's still getting sieged. They're trying to bait me out. If only one more hour, we can take Lannisport, hopefully. And that will get us our trade, so our men have been encountered. Right, the hours arised, men. We've taken Silver Hall. We've taken Feastfire. We've taken Greywater Watch and Castle Rock. Lannisport won't stand a chance. Charge, men! Make ready. Be relentless and ungiving, and we will be victorious. Fight to the last man. Fight for your king. He's going to get stuck right into the thick of it. Okay, this looks a little bit more impressive than Castle Rock. It was sort of really open. There wasn't really like... The thing is, what you lose the majority of your army through arrow fire and stuff. And just if they sit back like this, right, and get those angles right, they're going to reduce the hit points of my units significantly. That poor Lannister soldier there's hit the deck. I'll see if I can get up there, though. Throw some peeler. But charge, man. Let's get stuck right into the thick of it. Go for it. Huzzah! Let the archers push up as well. Everyone go for it. Just get stuck in. Charge the archers up. You get some pretty good angles of the archers, though. Why aren't they running around the side? The pathfinding in this mod is infuriating, to say the least. But anyway, I'll put in the description below a World of Ice and Fire, the mod I'm using, if you guys want to play along with me. Start your own house and campaign. Maybe go down the similar route. We're actually doing some pretty decent damage there. Whew. 3 for 3. Just throw them, fucking just loosing it over the top. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Right, let's get stuck in myself. I've got one. Come on. If we can get Lannisport, I'll be bloody happy. We could even give it to Brienne, but I think I'm going to keep it for myself. Because the more sort of settlements I have, it increases the capacity of my army size. Increases my renown and stuff. Come on, you scumbags. Nice. Whew. I'm getting stuck in. Probably killed 3 or 4. Hacking and slashing. The king in the north. Oh. A king in the north, technically. Come on. Oh, we're doing incredibly well. Keep going, lads. On the right, we're actually not doing too well. Everyone's sort of pushing to the left-hand side there. I'm the real MVP here. Christ. Redeemer! Oh, nice block. Fair play. His head just like pops straight up in the air. I don't know if I've installed the mod properly, because it pops up with those script errors sometimes, but nothing seems to be going too awry. Sometimes with the decapitations come up. Maybe there's meant to be more animations or something. But I am getting stuck right into the thick of this fight. Holy crap. What is the king doing? He's doing well. Oh, not many more left now. There's actually a huge garrison in here. There's still many more to go on the left and right. Keep charging, men. I'm going to give myself a bit of a breather. I'm covered in blood. It's a bloodbath, this fight. I never said Castle Rock or Lannisport was going to be easy to take. Like I said, Castle Rock was easy, but Lannisport here, whew, is actually holding out quite well. Come on, keep pushing, lads. I've killed about a dozen. Look at me. Blood sickened, battle hardened. I'm just oozing with confidence. Come on. Keep going, men. Ogre, ogre. Come on, Marines. Oh. Hoorah! Oh, God. Right. With Kevan Lannister, Tywin in the dungeon. No one will lead the Lannister forces. God knows where Joffrey is, or Jaime. I'm kind of pissed off that, if you guys didn't watch the last episode, I took Castle Rock, and like there was like a dozen princesses there. Anyway, we've just taken bloody Lannisport, but Marcella Baratheon and Cersei just like disappear at one point. Also guys, let me know in the comments, if I take all the Lannister castles, does that destroy the faction? Obviously, this is my first playthrough on YouTube as playing this. So we lost 40. They lost 174. I did pretty well though. That's great to see. And because we've taken Lannisport, we've actually rescued a hell of a lot of northern soldiers and Stormlanders, which is great. Seanings, we've lost probably about 70 in my own force. Bronn probably lost a fair bit as well. So we'll bring those guys in. Oh, there's even some Stormland Knights. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. But guys, another settlement has bitten the dust. We have taken Lannisport and Castle Rock off the Lannisters, which is huge. That's going to allow us to get us more money, more power, and more influence. Let's bury the dead. We'll take this off and we'll sell what we can, shall we? Well, now we've got Lannisport. We can. I'm going to take and conquer it for myself. Gendry, Bronn. We've still got Brienne. We could give a castle to Brienne, but like I said, for example, if I give Lannisport to Brienne, it's going to reduce the amount of men I can command in my army, which I would prefer more. So let's suss out Lannisport set, shall we? Who's here? Jane Lannister, Dorna Swift. I think the Swift is Kevan Lannister's wife. He's in the dungeon shitting with his brother in Castle Rock. Riker's force there. I recognise the Scottish flag. Heavily depleted. Gregor's only got like 30. What the hell's this? 220 Ironborn raiders are outside Lannisport. Are you kidding me? We still technically are at war with the Greyjoys, because when we took Greywater Watch, it was from them. We've still got Feast Fire, Lannisport, Castle Rock, Silver Hall, and Greywater Watch. We might have to go and deal with the Lannisters before we can consolidate our forces. So we're going to continue on, trying to take out more Lannister castles, maybe Case in today's episode, I don't know, and maybe some more Lannister forces in the field. Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to continue this episode by hopefully taking out some Lannisters in the field, and there's actually a pretty decent Greyjoy force. Now, Sir Devin Lannister is probably the best target here. For some reason, yeah, he's like right next to Castle Rock. Riker, Gregor were in the field, and there's a pretty decent Greyjoy force, 220, which is really going to contend with us. We've just taken Lannisport. We can't afford to lose. It looks like they're actually sort of eyeing it up. So we'll take them out in the field after this. But we'll deal with Devin Lannister now. If we can get another Lannister under our sort of imprisonment, that'll be absolutely fantastic. So at the moment, my army is not at full strength. We've just taken, obviously, Lannisport. We've got a couple of fresh new recruits raring to go. Mostly Stormlander, who we rescued from Lannisport. They are really, really keen to get some vengeance. So if we can get Devin Lannister, that just adds another to the dungeon. You know what? Follow me. We'll push up cavalry, and we'll see if we can hit them hard with impunity, because the charges seem to be alright, and for some reason the AI doesn't want to take the initiative usually from me. Maybe because we need to be attacked if we hold the defensive position, I don't know. We've even got some Stormland Knights ready to go as well. Like I said, not everyone's at full strength, so not everyone's here. But after the successful charges we've had on these right flanks, let's continue it on. Right, men, draw your short swords. Get ready to charge. There's no point sitting back idly by, tails between our legs, holding our cocks like Sir Davos. We're better off just charging it, because the archers don't ever seem to get really in range, and we're better off just charging them, waiting for our infantry to get up anyway. Probably causes too much friendly fire. Alright, my infantry's here. Give them a little bit of a breather. Bit of a rest, bit of a recovery. Get that rate back up. And let's charge. Huzzah! Let's hit the right flank. This tree line's a fucking pain in the ass. Holy shit, do you see that Stormland Knight go for it? He's been really wronged in prison. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going headstrong. Another one as well, zipping past me. And with that straight charge, we've already knocked out 2. Nice 20% damage there. Who's this? Fucking idiot. Calming at me. You're gone, mate. I don't know if I took him out with the peel. I think I might have. Oh my god, I'm going in with the fucking peeler. There was a crazy pot shot. I think it was earlier in this episode. Come on, you scumbags. My infantry's coming in. Sending in the cavalry, especially this heavy cavalry, does absolute wonders. It breaks up the congestion like big time. I'm gonna cut you off that horse. Come back here. I swear sometimes I'm nowhere... I'm like not as quick as everyone else on horseback. Is it because of my horse or is it because of my poor riding ability? Perhaps both. Anyway, Devin Lannister. Another huge scalp to take. Oh, he just like ragdolled back big time. Like passed out. That's what it looked like. Anyway, we've just taken out Devin Lannister now. We lost 4, or they lost 40. Stefford Lannister managed to escape, but Devin Lannister. Stefford Lannister was there. Was he there in the fight, was he? Oh, bloody hell. Not too bad. We've taken Devin Lannister. So we've got Kevan, we've got Devin, and we've got Tywin in the dungeon. Like I said, that's going to knock out 3 people who can muster forces as well. We'll keep them in the dungeon. I don't particularly want to execute them. I don't want to ransom them either. Fucking Gregor has a hard-on for Rockford, doesn't he? Like, come on. Walden Wench is pretty strong. 186. We've got 76 here. Riker. Buckwell. And 80. There's like more in the case patrol than anything else. We'll go through now. We'll drop off these prisoners. We'll finish off the Lord's Hall. And then I'm probably going to have to deal with that Greyjoy force. Because as you see, I was sort of umming and ahhing whether or not to go to Rockford. But in the end, it looked like it was going to come back and hit Lannisport anyway. So Kevan's here. Serret, Liddon. Tywin's still in there. You guys can remember. And we got Devin as well. What a huge haul. What a huge haul we have in the Castle Rock dungeon. Let's visit the Lord's Hall. Let's quickly visit my maester. Not my maester. My master of law. That's the guy who sells the prisoners, isn't it? A slip of the tongue. Yeah, I've got some prisoners you can ship off to the wall. You can actually get some pretty decent money from them as well. Just because of how many there are. 14 and they get 140 a pop, yeah. That's a good way that we're making a lot of our money. Excellente. Okay, guys. Like I said, that Greyjoy force has been sort of pissing me off. It's been eyeing up Lannisport quite significantly. Those forces near Rockford will be fine to deal with at the moment. We've got garrisons in Castle Rock and Lannisport now. We might take some Northerners out because we've got some space. We can get up to 258, and that is because we have Lannisport and Castle Rock just sort of the authority. Yeah, they keep on pushing forward, you know. Right, what's happened here? I've accidentally clicked on Lannisport. Yeah, let's chuck a couple of guys in. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I wanted to take some of the men out of Castle Rock and put them into Lannisport because I didn't want Lannisport to get taken straight up because we haven't got a very big garrison in there. 50 odd will be alright. If anyone hits it, it'll be Johnny on the spot. We can counter it quite quickly. But it looks like the bastards up near Rockford aren't doing much. Bronze 45, he's coming in. He's running from Riker. Well, let's hit this Greyjoy force, the 220. It looks like he's pissing off back to Silver Hall now. We need to deal with it, because it's a huge force. It could hit Lannisport or Castle Rock quite easily. Right. What are we best to do? Yeah, we're best to cancel it and send him back home. Because the thing is, right, I feel like he's going to get targeted otherwise. Bronn seems to be quite weak at the moment. He can hold his own. We need to get rid of this Greyjoy force. Lord Walden Wench. You should know me. I killed your men at Grey Water Watch. We've got to watch out for the Greyjoys. They don't have the best sort of archers. I was just curious to see if they would accept a peace treaty, but they won't. We have 170. They got 222. The thing is, right, the Greyjoys have poor... Well, they don't have any cavalry to start off with, so we got that up on them. They've got poor archers, but they do have crazy throwing axes, so we might be better off just sort of letting my cavalry charge in and moving my archers up a bit. We'll hold out, we'll make a front line. Shield wall with my infantry. Still majority Stark. Baratheon. Valemen. Even some Dornishmen. Cavalry. Knights of the Vale. Tyrells. And then my archers are Reachman and Riverland Longbowmen. Ideally, I'd want the Greyjoys to hit me, but I don't think they're going to do so. We're going to have to follow up again. A night attack. The Greyjoys like fighting in the dark. Oh, are they coming forward? Maybe. Maybe. Teasing. Tempting them forward. You ready, men? This is going to be a hell of a fight. We haven't fought the Greyjoys in years. We've taken Grey Water Watch, though. We know how weak they can be in a siege. We've got an open field. We've got cavalry superiority. We also have Archer. Let's make mincemeat of them. We've been fighting Lannisters, Kevan, Tywin, Devin, and a lot of high-ranking lords are in the dungeon. Let's add a Greyjoy into the mix. Some Kraken stew. My archer's actually in range. Let's get some pot shots off against them. They're actually they do outnumber me, so maybe that's why they're coming forward. We'll let the archers wreak havoc. Reduce their hit points. They can't seem to they haven't killed anyone. We're sort of worrying their accuracy. We don't want to let them get too close because we want to charge. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go for it. We've charged and taken the initiative every other time. Why not this time? Charge! Watch out for their throwing axes if you get too close. Oh my god, someone just got knocked the fuck out there pushing up. Oh my god. Bloody Greyjoys. These units look absolutely magnificent. Greyjoy Raiders. They're tough sons of whores. Watch out for the axes. They're a lot tougher. Ho ho! I just saw like, I hit someone, I swear I saw like an axe fly up there. Come on, hacking and slashing. Protect the king! Protect the king! Oh my god, I'm a bit crazy, aren't I? We need the infantry in here. My archers are just... Oh, I'm dodging them left, right and centre here. Let's chuck some peeler up and around. Look at them! They're going fucking ham throwing those axes. My cavalry should be able to soften them up. Reduce some hit points. Then my own infantry. The northern infantry should do alright. Maybe the Knights of the Vale, but I don't think the Stormlanders will do quite alright. We're breaking them up into small little pockets. Their shield wall would have been a better idea. They probably pushed too far forward. Oh my god, this guy. I lost my shield. Whew. It's just because they're throwing axes everywhere. They're just like taking everything out. They're a lot harder to hit than like... If you get past the first line of Lannisters, you only have to deal with the crossbowmen. But we're in now. I think we're alright, even though I've lost my shield. Whew, this is a tough one. The Greyjoys really came to party. That's what you get for invading the Westerlands. Coming after me more than anything. They saw Lannisport fall, and they thought, right, we can get vengeance because we lost the siege of it last time. But I think that's it. She's all over Red Rover. We've defeated the Greyjoys on the field of battle here today. 139. Stop, I yield. Walden wench, you are now my prisoner. I even offered you peace, you scumbag. It's because I'm holding land that isn't mine. So the Greyjoys don't want peace. I don't know. Maybe the Lannisters would, seeing as I've taken so much of it. Oh, what's this? I haven't got enough room for throwing axes. I'm going to have to dump out some of my boots and stuff. The stuff that isn't worth the most. But those helms are worth like 1,000 a pop. Holy crap. That's quite good. I still need to sell... I need to flog most of this stuff off. Yeah, like 2,000 a pop there. Throwing axes as well. Nicely done. That will help our war economy significantly. And then we'll share the loot with everyone else. Enemy patrols. Bones has been released by the free folk. Broken camp. Right, I'm just sort of worried that... What the hell? Asher Greyjoy's hit Rockford. I'm worried about one of the Lannisters fleeing. Man, if we can get Yara Greyjoy in the garrison. In the dungeon. Forced marriage again. I'm thinking Crusader Kings 2 style. I don't even know what the benefit is having a marriage in Mount Blade Warband. Can you even have children? I don't think so. Anyway, we got 81 prisoners. I think we might have, I don't think we have any Lannisters in there. I think that's majority just Greyjoys that we managed to nab. We can sell them, ship those Greyjoys off to the wall, and continue getting that nice little penny, right? Send you to the wall. Man, this Maester. I'm 100% positive that slavery is illegal in the Seven Kingdoms, but it's made a huge comeback in this mod. You make so much bloody money for it. It's the best way to do it. Excellent, Master All. Ship those Greyjoys off to the wall to join the Night's Watch. When I'm doing my job for the realm, let's chuck this Greyjoy in with all the Lannisters. Keep them in the dungeon. Awesome stuff. Okay, let's continue fighting more Lannisters and Greyjoys in the field. Alrighty guys, we've caught Asher Greyjoy coming back to Rockford. Let's deal with her now. Yep, if we can get Asher Greyjoy, that would be absolutely fantastic for this episode. We've taken Lannisport here today. We've captured Kevan and that other Greyjoy scum. Alright, come on, Asher Greyjoy, you'll be mine. 153 to their 37. We'll charge out. We'll take Asher Greyjoy. No need for a front line or formality. Let's just charge them straight out. We smashed the Greyjoys last time, even with that front line. The main objective is to hit Yara regardless of the casualties. Well, she's Usher in this. For some reason in the show they thought Usher and Osha would be confused, but I went with the book name, so Asher Greyjoy is up here, not Yara. Right, let's continue on. I probably should have waited, you know, waited for my cavalry to go up, because that poor cavalry guy's still holding on. Oh, no, there's the Stormlander coming straight in. There's only 30 or so, a small little army. Oh! 114 damage, that's a hell of a lot. Come on. My horse is taking so much damage. It's the throwing axes which are just insane. Alright, let's get stuck in, lads. The cavalry's come in. The Greyjoys can't deal with cavalry. We're cutting through them like piss through snow. Imagine if Torment was here. Maybe we should get some wildlings in the army. Oh, Christ. Concentrate, Simpzy. Maybe some Dothraki. I don't know. Maybe we go with an invasion over to the east. I think Dothraki get taken out real easy because they're just not very heavily armoured compared to those armoured knights. Nice. Maybe fighting with an Arak could be quite cool. My infantry's arrived now. I guess, where the hell's Asher Greyjoy? I can't seem to see her. Maybe she's already been taken out. Put her in prisoner. Forced marriage, another one. Alright, run you down. Oh my god. How the hell did I miss you? Sometimes I just completely miss time. Oh my god, that was unlucky more than anything. The cavalry sandwiched him. Alright, that's it. And have we got Asher Greyjoy now? Yes, you are now my prisoner. So now we've taken the Kraken's daughter. Now do you want peace? You scumbag? Maybe we should behead her. Maybe we should behead all the captives. I would if I could. Alright, let's take some more throwing. Oh, we don't have the stuff. Ah, fuck it. Let's just leave it for the men. Riker. Why has everyone got this, like I said, a massive hard-on for Rockford? Why do they want Rockford so much? They seem to be pissed off now, anyway. Anyway, guys. On that note, I think it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, if you still are enjoying the Game of Thrones series and would like to see more, the best thing you guys can do is leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you guys want to stay connected with me on my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. Much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you obviously have to subscribe and click the bell to join the notification squad. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe Mountain Blade Warband, maybe a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet, a Total War, a Paradox game, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. There's some really great prices on there, so I do recommend checking out the affiliation link. Patreon, Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.